Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Fanie Naude here, and welcome to another one of my Monday videos. Today we are talking about increasing value while reducing costs. This is basically going to be a Blue Ocean strategy review. So Blue Ocean Strategy is a book that basically most CEOs read, and most entrepreneurs in the world at the moment is recommending for other entrepreneurs to read. So I decided, well, this is basically my chance. I got some time on my hands. I read the book, outstanding book, and I just want to give you a few hints and basically just the overall review of the book, because it's really have so much strategic value if you want to look at the bigger picture of your practice or your business. So this is not only just for accountants, this is basically for anybody with a business wanting to, just break free of the current market. So the whole idea behind the Blue Ocean strategy is that there's two types of oceans, a red ocean and a blue ocean. Well, the red ocean is filled with sharks, hence it's red, meaning it's a bunch of competitors eating each other up, meaning there's blood in the water, it's red, everybody is just constantly eating and competing against each other, and it's a real tough market space. And the blue ocean is you're just the single shark swimming in the blue ocean, meaning there's nobody competing against you. It's not such a difficult market. The customers and everything is brand new, and you basically create an entire ocean for yourself. And basically it's an entire new market. So that's the whole idea behind the Blue Ocean strategy, is how to create a market space for you and for your company where you can compete without necessarily competing directly with your competitors, and basically it's directly to the customer. So the whole vision about this is creating a value-based service or value-based company that focuses on the customers and not just competing with the other competitors. So you'll see a lot of major industries just overflowing at the moment. It's such saturated markets that everybody is just competing against each other, and at the end of the day it's just a lose-lose, and even the customer loses at the end of the day. So this is what we want to break free from. Now, if you're thinking about the accounting industry where we operate in, it feels like a very red ocean, because everybody's just competing on exactly the same things. Everybody is offering the exact same 10 services. Everybody is marketing the same way, saying we provide those 10 services to you, and we've been in business for 20 years, and everybody just sounds exactly the same, meaning it's so oversaturated. The customers and the clients at the end of the day don't know who to choose. So they are so confused, they don't know where to go, and at the end of the day they just ask a friend or family for a referral, and that's why over 90% of the business in the accounting industry is at the moment referrals, because the marketing is not working, because everybody sounds the same. So keeping that in mind, I read this book and I went through it, and there's a few things that I really want to touch on with this, but basically just as a summary, I just want to quickly go through the value innovation and basically differences between the Blue Ocean strategy and the Red Ocean strategy, just by a few points. So if you're looking at the differences between Blue Ocean and Red Ocean, the one is to create uncontested market space, where obviously in the Red Ocean is just the existing market space where you just try to innovate within the market space. Now with the other one, you're creating a new market space. Then you make the competition irrelevant with the Blue Ocean, because they're not competing with you anymore. You're basically getting clients that they don't really have access to, so it's not direct competition anymore. And basically you create and capture new demand, meaning you create new demand out there. So in the existing market, everybody's thinking, well, the pie is only that big and everybody needs a slice, and you're just competing for market share, meaning you're competing for a little piece of that pie. With this one, you're creating an entire new cake or entire new pie for yourself, and you're basically getting a bunch of new demand, a bunch of new clients. So basically the whole idea is to break the value cost trade-off. So the whole idea is that in a red ocean, everybody is competing on costs, and everybody just wants to drive down everything, but it's always either differentiation or low cost. It's not both of them. And with the Blue Ocean, you're basically trying to get both of those. You're trying to value innovate, meaning you want to increase the value while reducing your costs, hence the name of this video. So this is the whole idea, is just focus on the value. So while you're creating that new strategy, great, you want to focus on keeping your costs as low as possible while driving up the value for the customer itself. So if you're going to go through this book, it's an absolutely brilliant book. It's a very practical book, meaning they really teach you step by step how to do this. So the first thing that I go through is some analytical tools just to analyze your market, seeing where you are positioned at the moment in the market, seeing where you can maneuver. Is it really a red ocean? Are you just misclassifying everything? Or, should you be leaving that? So that's the first thing, is how to analyze everything. That's basically the first part of the book. Then they're going to go into where to create it. So with all of those analytics that you're seeing, okay, this is what's happening in the market. Now you're seeing, okay, what's the best strategic move to create that blue ocean? Because it's not always in the same direction that you can create the blue ocean. It's so many different directions, and they really expand on all of them to show you, well, if you're in this specific situation, go in that direction. It has worked for so and so companies. Or if you're in this direction, go in that direction, that you can create the blue ocean there because it has worked for these and these companies. And that's basically how the book is structured. Finally, they're showing you step by step how to implement or execute the blue ocean strategy, and how to overcome all of those hurdles that you can most probably face when really changing your business model or changing the business structure or strategy. There's so many hurdles that you need to overcome, and it's not always obvious how to get over them. So they give you step-by-step instructions in the book how to overcome all of this. So keeping all of that in mind, I just want to talk about the thing that I most resonated with me with this book, and that's value innovation. So my entire business that I built is around value. I try to provide as much value as possible while not incurring so many overhead costs, not really keeping the business model very lean. Hence we do the course and so forth, because it's really a lean model. We can help a lot of people, and we recently decided, well, if we want to increase our capacity, how are we going to do this and so forth? But the whole idea is value. So as long as you keep the customer or the client in mind when doing everything, and you decide, okay, what's the most valuable to them? So if you've watched previous videos of mine, I always talk about you need to do marketing and everything towards what your clients and customers find important. Now this is the same thing, is if you're thinking about value, don't suck it out of your thumb. Ask your clients, ask your market, what do they find value? Because if you create value in the things that they find valuable, that's going to be the click in the market that's going to create so much more opportunity for you. So it should be value driven. So everything in my business is value driven. The cost structure, everything we teach, the pricing strategies, everything is according to the value that we offer. Everything that I think about is just value. Like I do every single Monday, I provide value. The long form videos provide value. So that's my thinking, and that's why this resonated so heavily with me, is that if you're in accounting practice right now, this is so valuable for you, because you're thinking, well, I have 10 accountants working for me, I have 100 clients, and I'm not making any profit. At the end of the day, your pricing structure is wrong, you have too many overheads, and at the end of the day, you're just struggling to survive. So if you think about it strategically, you want to increase the value that you give to your clients, meaning have an honest discussion. What do they really care about? What's the sort of things that you can really help them with? Maybe you can provide them some extra consulting to help them grow their business, or save on taxes, or reduce the cash flow problems, all of those, how to create more value for them. And then you need to think about how your business model going to be affected to reduce those costs. Do you really need 10 people doing things? Do you need to do data capture by hand? Can you implement some IT systems or some accounting systems that's going to make your life easier? It's going to be costing you, but it's not as much as an extra employee just to handle everything that system does. So you should be thinking about reducing the costs and increasing the value. So that is the whole idea about the book. I really hope I gave you some insight. I'm going to put the link for the audiobook where I found it in one of the comments below. And other than that, at the moment we are opening up a few extra spots for our clients, for a few new clients, because the clients that we signed up last month, everybody is on set, busy with the process, and we're going full steam ahead. That means we have 4 to 5 extra slots for November. Is going to be the last opportunity to work with us before the end of the year, because we all know everybody's closing in December. So this is going to be your last opportunity to work with us. This is only if you want a head start for next year, if you're willing to put some systems in place, willing to work hard to get a head start next year, really hitting the market hard, getting all of those ideal clients that you so desperately want. This is an opportunity. I'm also going to put in the comments a link to schedule a call with us, completely free. We're going to go through everything in your practice, step by step, seeing what would be the best strategy for you moving forward, and we can have that honest discussion and see whether or not we can work together. So if you're interested in that, please schedule a call with us right now. Otherwise, go ahead and read Blue Ocean Strategy. If you're doing it over the vacation, at all means, but this is extremely valuable for you. I'm telling you now, it's one of the best books I've ever read, so go ahead and do that. Other than that, thank you everybody for tuning in for today's video, and enjoy the rest of your week.